This is why your first $100,000 is going to change your life more than you could ever imagine. And that sense of freedom and happiness will continue to grow even when you hit your next financial milestone of $500,000. To me, this is the point where you finally start to feel financially secure. Like, sure, $100,000 is a lot of money, but it could also be gone fairly quickly in the event of unemployment, a divorce, a medical issue, or a prolonged recession. $500,000, on the other hand, really is able to cover most of that. Sure, at this point, all of your financial worries aren't magically going to go away, but it does take the pressure off constantly budgeting, checking prices at the grocery store, and it lessens the sting of these unexpected $100 to $1,000 expenses that just come up out of nowhere. This is also the point where some people start coasting, in the sense that, depending on your age, you don't need to be as careful about your budget. Your investment returns begin growing at a rate that might outpace what you're able to save, and you could start spending a little more money on enjoyment. This might include slightly longer vacations. You could afford to take a little more time off work. You could start buying yourself reasonable items that you don't need purely because you want them. Eating out at restaurants is no longer something you really have to carefully think about. And to me, this is where you really start getting into a stronger sense of freedom. However, as great as $500,000 is, you're still not at a point where you could afford not to work. You're still worried about the economy. You still have to think about major unexpected expenses. You still can't afford a home in a major city. Sometimes it's just better to continue renting. Truth be told, some people might actually get really frustrated at this level because theoretically, you could go and splurge on a really nice car, take an extravagant vacation, or drop $10,000 on a whim. But it would be incredibly financially irresponsible to do so, especially if you want to reach the next milestone of $1 million.